y'all, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Ivy and this is Classroom Setup Part 4. Today is actually open house day, so it is already 3:20 p.m. and I need to go get dressed in here in a couple minutes. My goal was to be ready by 3:30 and here we are, we're gonna do it, so I'm very excited about it. But I have all my little gifts on the tables. I'm short one poppet, but there's at least one student that I know of that's not going to come, and usually not all students come to open house. So I think I'm going to be fine on my poppet gift, and it's just an open house gift. The rest of the things will stay on their desk, but if they come to open house, they get the poppet. So I'll collect them when I'm done anyway. But anyhow, I'm so glad you're here. I worked yesterday and I did work this morning, but it has been chaos and crazy with meetings and intruder training and capturing kids' hearts training and so much going on. I've not filmed really anything else that I have done. So I will take some time either after open house tonight or tomorrow when everything's done, show you all the vinyl things I've cut out and everything I got done. But what I want to do now is show you my process for open house so that you can have that, and then I need to go get ready. So welcome to part 4. So glad you're here, and I hope you get some ideas for your open house. And also I know a lot of you are already back to school, so I hope it's going well for you. But yeah, thanks for the love, thanks for being here, and let's start open house. Okay, so first of all, the room as a whole, I think I will close my curtains because they're castles and it just adds to the room. On the board, I'm not going to get close. I may just need to blur it or something, but there's a QR code on there to scan into our school communication system. There's what you need to do. Oh, bulk supply stuff. Oh gosh, I need to set that out right there. Okay, I'll have like 1 extra minute to go to my car and get my bins, so it's going to be just fine. But then here's my outfit so I can go change. And then each desk has a little welcome gift. And so they have some Disney gummies, a pencil. Someone put these in my mailbox, so I was like, I'm just going to hand them out at open house. These smelly bookmarks that I was gifted last year, and I handed them out at open house last year, and kids kept them all year, and they smelt all year. So I figured I would do it again. And then another one of my lovely subscribers sent me these poppets. They were actually a Valentine, but I just didn't use the Valentine card and made this. Thanks for popping in. I'm excited to spend the year with you. Love, Mrs. Flippo. So that'll be just for open house if they came. If they not, then I'll take that away, and this will be on their desk Monday morning, first day of school. This is just a little glad you came to open house gift. And then over there, not going to get close, but that's all their information packets and their name tags. And part of the instruction is to find your name tag and packet, choose your own desk, leave your name tag there, unpack your supplies, and explore the room, get to know me, ask questions, all that jazz. So open house is from 4 to 6, so I need to go get ready, like I said. And then, oh yeah, across the bottom of the whiteboard, I'm going to have bins for their bulk supplies, which will be the Kleenex, Clorox wipes, Expo markers, and glue sticks. Everything else they will keep and put in their desks. So I need to have bins and little like arrows underneath the bins to show them where to put those bulk supplies. So anyway, we got it done. I'm so excited, ready for the year. And I'll check in after open house and maybe show you a few of the things that I was able to accomplish over the last couple of chaotic in-service days. Okay, y'all, I am done. Open house is over. It's actually been over for 30 minutes. 6 o'clock on the dot. They come on the announcements and they're like, parents, thanks for coming to open house. See you later. Get out of here. So it's so nice that they do that. All but 4 of my students came, so that means I have 17, so 13 students came, so that's nice. I found out tonight I have a new student. They did not come, so technically I guess all but 5. So yeah, I got to get all the stuff ready for him, and I may also have another new student, so it's going to be fine. We're going to be fine. That will put me to 19, which is still less than I've had, so it's no big deal. But yeah, I'm sitting at 17. I met one of my new girls tonight. Precious little thing. I'm so excited to have her. And then everyone else that came, it's going to be a good year. I really am feeling it's going to be a good year. So we kicked it off with a bang at open house. Good group of them came, so I'm excited about that. But everything's they pick their desks. The name tags are there. If there's a white block, I picked their desk. So that's a perk of coming to open house. You got to pick your seat. So the rest of them, we just put where we needed to put them. So I've got some girl tables, some boy tables, and some empty tables. So we'll see how that goes. And some mixed tables. I've got all my bulk supplies up here. We, of course, still have in service tomorrow, so I'll get them put away into the cabinet and into the bulk supply bin over here. But yeah, it was a good turnout. It was a nice flow throughout the night. It wasn't too crazy. And yeah, it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really good. Good year. I was going to show you the few things that I did. The very few things I have done over the last couple of days. My vinyl cutter pooped out on me. It didn't really. The blade is bad, and so I ordered new blades. Well, I got the wrong blade shipped to me. I was able to troubleshoot and make it work today, but I tried to weed some vinyl earlier and it was too small. Like the bigger stuff I did do, which I'll walk over closer and show you, but I got my pencils labeled and I did my leader of the week. I made it, but they're bigger fonts and leaders of the week is so crooked. So I'm probably going to redo that, but we'll see. We'll see what I end up having time for before next week starts and go from there. But anyway, turn the camera around, show you those two things, and I'm gonna hit the road. Go home. Actually, I kind of want to go to eat, but Scotty hasn't responded to my message yet, so we will see. I probably am just gonna go home, but I'm all dressed up. I look so cute. So yeah, go to our local Mexican restaurant. All dressed up. Anyway, okay, let me show you the things and we'll go home. Okay, again, I can't get super close because their faces are there, but I did rearrange the board menu and the 4Bs. I just think it looked a little bit better that way. And then let's just zoom in right over here. We got our leaders of the week and their pictures will go right here, but look at that vinyl. It's like, oh, because the way I had to cut it was like the 4 different words. It's just a mess, guys, okay? So I probably will live with it at least for a while, but I'm ready to change it already. And then I created this, what is a leader? So I need to make a checklist. It's on my to-do list still of all the things the leaders will be responsible for. And then leaders can delegate tasks, but what is a leader not? A leader is not. So yeah, so this is kind of our expectations for the class leaders. And then what I don't want them to do. So there's that. Okay, and I think the only other thing is my pencil thing right here. I haven't even put pencils in it, but how cute. It turned out so good. I layered the vinyl. By the time I did the yellow, I had figured it out and it was cutting so good. So this one turned out very nice. The black, if I get very close, you can see that it's a little bit sketchy because I was still doing some calibrations, but I think I've got it dialed in, and the yellow worked perfectly. So excited, but I'll fill it with pencils and then it looks so good. I love it. I kind of want to cut some little Mickey heads for the top or something, but for now we're loving it. I'm certain there must have been more. Oh, I did update my schedule to put sign language over there. I put mail on my mail bin, and then I think that's it. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff, but it's just been the little piddly stuff here and there. So, of course, I just want to take you along the process. If it gives you any ideas or anything like that, I always want to be here to help. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Tomorrow, I've got quite a few little finishing touches I need to do. And then I think I'll be ready for Monday. My friend is calling me, so I'm going to say goodbye to you guys and say hello to her. Hey y'all, it is the end of the day, Friday, and I am doing all of my little finishing touches. I finally got my vinyl on the last few things I need to put my vinyl on, so I'm going to show you those things, and then I think I'm going to be done. I do have to recreate name tags because I got a new student. Since the school year hasn't even started yet, I'm going to put him where he needs to be in the roster for our numbers, and that way he's in numerical order. A student that comes in after school starts, I put them at the bottom. But for grading purposes and everything, it's so much easier on me if he's in the spot he's supposed to be in. Anyhow, so that's my plan. I'm going to have to reprint all and relaminate all the name tags, but it's going to be fine. But I'm going to show you the few things that I did today. It's 2:30, 2:40. We actually got to leave at 1:30, but I've been finishing some stuff up. I did put all of the student coloring sheets and their first notebook with their label on the front. And then the last thing I need to do is put away all the bulk supplies. And then I can go home, but I'm actually not going home. I'm going to my post office box to check my P.O. box and to the bank, so to make a deposit. So anyhow, let me show you the few things I've done, literally few, and I'm looking around just to see. And then I need to just gather my things and go because I'm so exhausted. I'm so exhausted. And so I'm just tired. I'm a little bit stressed, a lot of it stressed, feel very unready for Monday, but we're going to survive. Monday, the first week is just setting out all your expectations. Like I won't be like teaching, so I'll have a minute to wrap my mind around things, but anyhow, okay. Let me show you the few things I did and then get out of here. Okay, number one thing was numbered my mailboxes. They look so nice. So they're across 1 through 3 and then so on and so forth. I have 18 students now, so of course the bottom ones won't be used, but I actually kind of use that for paper storage like scrap paper and things like that. So I'm glad to have the bottom ones open. This did not work again, so I just need to like tuck them in here beside this. I need to do it now. Hold on. Okay, all better. I put these are learning posters. I actually don't even pull them out anymore. I probably should have got rid of them, but they go with our curriculum, and just because I don't use them doesn't mean a future teacher wouldn't if I happen to not be in 4th grade anymore, but I use a small version and we cut it in half and put it in our reading journals. And then I put them back here, but I knew if I didn't do it right now, I would forget and they would be all bent sitting like that all weekend. Okay. I did put the books away. I just shoved them on the shelf so they looked better for open house. Okay, I need to fix this. Put those back. I scooted it over because that's where I was weeding my vinyl for things like my sticker store. Doesn't that look so cute? Once I did it on my pencils thing, I was like, I love the outline. It looks very, very cute. I think it's adorable. So I do need to fill the sticker store. I guess I could do that before I leave. Someone did ask me where the case that I love so much for my stickers. To be honest, I don't love it as much anymore. I definitely prefer this now. I feel like it's much more accessible, but it's right there. So still very close proximity to my sticker store, and then the little one right there. So that was the one I was like raving about last year. And then I found this halfway through the year, and I actually do love this. And I think these are all just stickers that were on the sticker store at the end of the year. Oh, and magnets. I see magnets in there. I could put the magnets back. They were all over here, but I took them down because they were fading because, again, the sun is causing things to fade. Okay, I'll fill those in a minute. And then I have a few things left to laminate. I'm going to take my laminator home. And I think that's all. I think the last few things to film and get through today are putting away the bulk supplies and filling my sticker store, so I can film that in time lapse just because it's fun to watch time lapse stuff. I enjoy time lapse. If you guys don't like time lapse, sorry. Why are you even watching my classroom setup? Y'all, my brain, it's over. It's fried. It's done. I don't even know. Anyway, a lot of classroom setups I watch, they just do the thing and then talk about the thing and show the thing. But I like to show you doing the thing. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm going to set up my camera and I'm going to be walking back and forth a million times because all those bulk supplies go in that cabinet and that cabinet. I guess I'm not. I can drag the whole tub over, so it's going to be just fine. All right, I'm rambling at this point, so let's get some stuff done so we can go home. done it all. I'm packed up. I've done everything I can think to do that I can't do at home, and I'm as ready as I'm gonna be, I think. So put all my stuff in my tubs because I gotta carry those out. I think we're ready to start school on Monday. So say a little prayer for me, which you won't see this till after we've started school, but I'll film a little bit on our first day. And then that will do it for the end of classroom setup because we got to get started. So Monday, school starts. We'll see you Monday. Hey y'all, I do not normally film in my house when I do classroom setup videos, but I picked up some packages from the post office the other day, and I've actually got some things in the mail as well that I wanted to make sure and show you. They are still part of classroom setup, so I want to show you the things and talk about why I use them and implement them into my classroom and things. So I think it's a good idea to show you all what I have here. But yeah, the things I picked up on my own, and then of course several things that were gifted to me from my Amazon wish list. So I love opening those with you guys. For those that were so kind to gift them to me, I never expect a gift. I always appreciate it, but never expect it. So thank you so much for those of you that have fulfilled some dreams of mine, some items off of my wish list. I'm so grateful for them. And my students I know will be as well. So anyway, let's jump into it because it's probably going to take me a minute. I'm going to start with the items I picked up myself, then get into the items I got from my wish list. Okay, the first thing I got are these little vending machine balls. If you are only watching my classroom setups, you will have no idea what's going on in my life. But I bought a little vending machine from Target over the summer. It's a Disney vending machine. If you haven't noticed, or from the beginning of the video, if I never mentioned it, my classroom is Disney themed. And so I found this little Disney vending machine, and it has a bunch of, I think they're they're colorful, aren't they? I think they're colorful. Anyhow, it only had 12 of the little balls in there. And so I'm going to use these for my Lucky Ducks in the morning. I'm going to fill these with each person's number of their Lucky Duck. And then when I choose their Lucky Duck, that's their turn to share a good thing. So our school-wide discipline management, whatever system's called Capturing Kids' Hearts. And we do good things every morning. So that's a big part of that. So I'm going to use those for my Lucky Ducks. Like I said, it only came with 12. I have, at the moment, 18 students, so I needed more, so I got those. I'll just take the ones that came with the machine out and use those, just so they all match. You know, they're all the exact same thing. The next thing I got are some Scentsy scents. Not Scentsy, but who doesn't call a wax warmer a Scentsy? If you don't, do you call it a wax warmer? What do you call it? Is Scentsy even still a company? I don't even know. But a wax warmer, and I tried to get some scents. For open house, I wanted to put one on, and I only have fall and winter scents. Apparently, I have burned all the rest of them or melted all the rest of them. So I got Lemon Bar, which smells like Trix cereal. This one, Hinoki. There you go. Hinoki and bamboo. Kind of smells a little masculine, but very clean in a good way. And then cheesecake. Wild berry cheesecake, and warm leathered amber, which is good. Very like earthy scent. So I like calming scents in my room. Plus they're a little older, which means they're a little smellier sometimes. So I like that. Anyway, next thing I picked up, I just got these yesterday when we were back to school shopping for our son, Aiden. We do pencil wars in our classroom, and their name always rubs off of their pencil. And so I saw these numbers on Temu, and I almost bought them, and I didn't. Now I wish I would have, but they're a little pencil charm. You like clip this on their pencil, and I thought, well, they can each pick one out, not this one. That one, no, that's weird. But everybody else they can pick all of the rest of them except for that one, and use it as their pencil charm, and then that's going to help them to differentiate whose pencil is who. Hopefully, if that doesn't work, then I'll order the numbered ones off of Temu, and then we'll be like, who's number one? Here's your pencil type of thing, right? Okay, next thing I ordered off of Amazon. I had these in my wish list last year. One of you provided them for me, and I forgot to put them back in there for this year, so I bought them myself. But zipper bags, these like indestructible zipper bags. They are destructible, by the way. By the end of the year, these look atrocious. But we use these for their book clubs. They put their bag their book in them and their book journal, and then they carry that around to work with their team, their group during book club. And so that's what they keep their book club supplies in. All right, last thing I've bought for myself was a hey chicken. So, okay, long story, but my teammate across the hall, she has like a little lamb chop dog toy. And that's what she uses for her attention getter. Like, if they're just not quieting down or whatever, she'll squeeze her little lamb chop and it like gets their attention. And so then a third grade teacher was like, I loved that so much. I bought a little pig, which is like a squeaky dog toy. If you have had a pet, you've seen the squeaky pigs. They're pretty annoying or whatever. Literally, there was a kid in the clearance aisle squeezing this thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I need for my class. I'm like, plus it's hey, it's Disney themed, so perfect. And so I'm like, I don't know if I would ever use it or whatever. They put it down on the shelf and Scotty like snagged it immediately. So it was on clearance for $7, normally like $15 or something like that. So whether or not I actually ever squeeze him, he's hilarious. It's hey, right? It's so funny. So I think it's funny that a third grade teacher has a pig and I have hey. So they're going to find it hilarious that I went ahead and got one. But anyway, the other teachers, by the way. And then whether I use it or not for the kids, I don't know, but we will see. He just fits in perfect with my decor. So super duper cute. Okay. First thing from one of you all is this bag of goodies. I think I've mentioned this before, but I know Melissa has gotten me stuff. I don't know if this is all from Melissa. There are 3 boxes and a bag. Or if others of you have gifted me something. She usually puts a note, so we will see. No note in this one. Yes! Oh my goodness! I'm so excited. Okay, how many are in here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Maybe there's more in another package. Literally was just talking about Pencil Wars. This will be attached to their desk and clip a pencil in it, so they have to keep up. They can't be like, oh, it fell out of my desk. No, it's clipped into your desk. I'm so excited about those. Oh my goodness. Speaking of pencils, an entire box of pencils. 210 pencils. It's really funny because the amount of parents that reached out to me or at open house, they're like, pencils weren't on the list, so we didn't buy any. Or pencils weren't on the list, but we went ahead and bought them because we thought maybe they got left off. We have a surplus of pencils. Last year, somebody bought me a bunch of pencils. Now this year, somebody bought me a bunch of pencils. So thank you very much. You are making it where the kiddos do not have to buy pencils, but they did anyway. So, I think the end of my classroom setup video, I was filling my little pencil dispenser thing, which does not work well, by the way. Why did I think it would at $5? I don't know. But anyhow, I want to mess with it some more. I thought maybe once I put like a bunch of pencils in there, the weight would help out or something. I don't know, but it did not. So I'm just going to assume that everything, until I see a different tag, that everything is from Melissa. So again, thank you from Melissa. And if it was not from you, Melissa, because I assumed the other thing was from Vicky, but the turn-in bins were from Melissa. So thank you. Love them so much. Okay. Oh my. A big old box of supplies. It has already opened itself. The dry erase markers are falling. Oh my gosh, so exciting. Dry erase markers. Did I say it in an earlier one that I was going to selfishly keep that pack of black ones back for myself? I did not. I put them in with the kids' bin. I will be keeping these for myself, by the way. Because I always pick one of the kids, like out of the kids' bin, and they're like dried out and crusty. Because instead of throwing them away, they go get a new one and put their old one back in the drawer. So these are for me. Sorry, I'm going to be selfish about it. And then glue sticks. Oh, they go through those. I'm pretty sure they eat them, but not really. But as fast as they go through them, I would also think they would. Pencil cap erasers. These are a hot commodity in class as well. They do okay with them. Some kids tear them up, but seriously, when you're erasing with them, they break all the time. And so those are really a very important thing as well. Yes. some new magnetic whiteboard containers. One of mine, no, I have the magnetic shelf that has containers sitting on it that has stuff in it, but not for my not for my dry erase markers. It's for my like anchor chart markers. So it would be so nice to put my dry erase markers in this and have them up high where the kids cannot get them. Thank you so much. Love it, love it. Okay, one more box. I wondered why that one was so rattly. I should have shook it, but to show you all, but it was because those Expo markers had rolled out. I keep, oh, you got me the black ones. I put both of them in there because I wasn't sure. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I do not like having my lights on during the day at all. Okay, by the way, these are like light covers for fluorescent lights. They're like, you'll see them. I'll put them on tomorrow. You'll see them. But these are magnetic and they cover the light. But these are black and stars, so they will match my room very well because my Star Command has the same, almost the exact same back paper to it. But anyhow, I don't like having my lights on. It's just too much, too bright, straining on the eyes, all the things. And we have 2 very large windows and the sun comes up on that side. So I close the blinds in the my curtains, my castle curtains in the morning. And so the sun filters so nicely through there. It's nice and bright, but it's not like blinding because my curtains are kind of sheer. It's, anyway. And then in the afternoon, I open my curtains and natural light comes in. But on those days when it is so overcast or like winter and gloomy, dreary, just a gray day, it is too dark in the classroom and I want to turn the lights on, but it's way too bright in the fluorescent lights. And so I am so excited. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough for these. I am so excited. And I know these are expensive. I know they are. So thank you so very much. That's why I have not bought them for myself. You spoil me, and I am very blessed and grateful. What are these? Y'all, I get my eyes checked this week. I'm so glad. Yes! Oh my, did I have these in my list? I must have, I guess. But maybe you just knew and read my mind. I use these all the time. I use them on my whiteboard to just clip things on. Like if they're missing an assignment, like if I had extra worksheets, I clip it to my whiteboard so that they can just walk up and get one or whatever. And then once I have filled out an anchor chart, I magnetize it to the ceiling grid. And so that it hangs from the ceiling and I don't have to like try and stick it to the wall and it falls off and everything. So I magnetize it to the ceiling. And so by the end of the year, I am scrounging because I do not have very many of these and they make it through the year. Oh, that's actually super nice. It comes with like a little clear thing to put, I'm assuming put on the magnet to help protect your surface. So it doesn't like scratch the surface or whatever. Oh my goodness. I am so blessed and I am so grateful. Thank you so much, Melissa. And if I'm pretty sure she's the only one that's reached out to me telling me she's going to mail me things. So I think I'm going to have to get another pack of these, but I will implement them next week. Oh no, she told me there's another package coming. So maybe there's more in that package. But I am so grateful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Again, if anyone ever thinks about sending me something, just know I don't ever expect it, but I appreciate it so much. Like there are all these, sites that you can post your wish list on that people can, and I did post my wish list this year because one of our admin person asked me to do it. And so I went ahead and posted it on that one, which is a local not website, but like Facebook page. And she sent out an email and said, please go post your wish list on there. So I did do that one. But for the most part, I don't participate in the other ones because I already have such an awesome support system with you guys. And you have been such a blessing to me and donated so many things to my classroom. So I would rather save those other options for people that don't have awesome people like you to help them out during their school year. So anyway, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am so absolutely blessed and grateful. It's going to be a great school year. We start tomorrow. It is getting later in the day. It's like 8 p.m. It's 8:30 p.m. I have a few things I need to be doing, and then we're going to be good to go. We're going to be ready for the morning. I am ready. I am excited to get back to school. I will bring you along tomorrow for probably nothing during the school day. Maybe before school if I put up these light covers before school, and then definitely after school. But my time after school is also going to be short because first day of school, first day of baseball. Of course, that's how it is. Actually, they don't play till 6, so I'll have some time after school. Okay, I've rambled on far long enough. Thank you. I'm so blessed and so grateful. And the students will definitely use the heck out of these things, so thank you. Okay, I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow, and then after tomorrow, that'll be the last of my classroom setup series for this year. It's crazy how fast that has come and gone. Hello, it is the end of the day. The school day is over, and oh my word, it's actually 4 o'clock. I've been sitting at my desk, like, just staring into the abyss for the last 30 minutes. It was the most whirlwind of a day, let me tell you. I don't even know. Well, I do know. One thing is our bathrooms flooded first thing this morning. I'm guessing because they really weren't getting flushed over the summer or whatever. And then all of a sudden this morning when 100 students are using the bathroom before school starts, it just backed the whole system up. I don't know what happened, but it flooded. It smelled like sewage in here all day. And we had to go down to the lower elementary to use the restroom. We did not get our normal restroom breaks. I didn't even mention the restroom a lot of times because I'm like, I don't want to load up 20 kids to go down to the restroom. And then when they finally are like, when are we taking a restroom break? I'm like, okay, we'll go. So we made it work. We made it happen. But man, was it a day. Nothing bad happened at all. It was a good day. Even my one kiddo, I don't even know if I talked about it, behavior kiddo that had left last year and came back this year, was nervous about him. He was fantastic. I realize it's the first day, honeymoon period, all that jazz. He was the sweetest thing, and he hugged me like 20 times today, and just so precious. So I have high hopes that we're getting off on the right foot and we're gonna be okay. Now my other behavioral guy was not here today, so we'll see how tomorrow goes, if he comes tomorrow or whatever. But tomorrow we're supposed to do testing to get their benchmarks and see where they're at. Okay, but anyway, I'm on here to do classroom setup. Well, I said I would fill you in on my first day as well. Sorry, my arm's tired. So first day, it was good. It was a good first day. It was a very busy first day. I talked a ton today because we did all expectations and procedures. How about I just set you right there, okay? My arms are just tired. And we did all our expectations and procedures, and I just talked and talked and talked and talked. At one point this morning, I'm like, okay, we got like a million more slides, but we need to stop. I need a break. You need a break. So we went and got Chromebooks, logged into all of our Chromebooks. That was a nice little time killer. And then I don't even know what else. We went to recess. We went to lunch. We came back. We did more expectations and procedures. We got back on our Chromebooks. We did some quiet time, some listening to epic books and drawing. It took them, I will say, it did not take them as long as my last year's kids to quiet down. My last year's kids could not be quiet. They couldn't, even like my high kids had to read out loud. Like they could not sit quietly. They couldn't do silence. This group was better about it. So it took a minute to settle down. Of course, everything's new. And they're like, oh, we can sit wherever we want, sitting around the room. And so they were pulling out the pillows and sitting in the cozy corner. And so it took a minute to walk them through yes, you can, but we just talked about what the expectation for these kinds of things are. And my motto, and they've already got it down, is you can have it or do it until it's a problem. And so we already were having those discussions about what is the problem? What do I mean by that, you know? So all in all, it was a really good day, and we're done with it. So that's all that I have for that. I do need to message a parent because a kiddo hurt their hand in PE, and then at the end of the day, they fell again and hurt their hand at recess. So I'm like, is it actually hurt, or are we just having a rough day? I don't know. So we did have tears on the first day, but thankfully it was nothing I did. It was self-inflicted. So anyway, I have already put bulk supplies away. So from opening those boxes last night, I put the glue sticks away. I hoarded away the dry erase markers over behind my desk, put the metal clips away. This is where I will put all my anchor charts. I was talking about, I use those metal clips. So this, of course, the middle part is whatever, I don't know, ceiling tile. But the lines are metal. And so right along the edge of the wall, I just stick those clips up there. And, you know, they're supposed to clip to or magnetize to like a wall and then clip down. But if you clip them on there, it's perfectly, and it like sucks it against the wall. So they work perfectly for that. But anyway, I've put those away where I know they are and I can access them easily. And I think that's about it. There's a lot of other things I could do. My son has baseball tonight, so I have till 5 o'clock to kill time up here. Instead of driving back home, my husband's going to pick me up and we're going to go to the ball game. But yeah, first day of school and first baseball game of the season. And we play at 6 and then immediately after. So we're going to be home super late tonight. And I'm already so tired. That may be what I do. If I get done putting this stuff away, take a cozy up in the cozy corner and take a little nap before my husband gets here. Anyhow, I'm going to put the light covers on with you guys. That's what I'm going to do now. That will be kind of the last part of classroom setup. I think I've pretty much done everything else with you all. And I just wanted to talk you through my first day. I can show you my slides, I don't think there's anything on my slides that's like sensitive, you know, so I can show you that. I will show you that. I think that might be beneficial to some of you. Just like how I go through my expectations and stuff. So let's hang these not curtains, but light covers. And you can see in here, it's nice and bright. This is how it is most of the day. It's dim, but it's bright enough, right? Let me go turn the lights on and you'll see. Why I didn't carry my phone over there with me, I don't even know. But literally I'm like, had to blink and adjust to it. Anyway, much different with the lights on. Way too bright for my liking. So let's put those black light covers on and see what difference it makes. I'm very excited to see what difference it makes. It was actually raining and overcast this morning, so I was very worried. I'm like, am I gonna have to turn on the lights? But thankfully it stayed bright enough. It wasn't too bad. And they weren't like actually working. They were just coloring. So it wasn't that big of a deal. Okay, let's hang the things, show you the slides, and get on with our lives. Okay, it's done. I love it. Oh my gosh, it's so dreamy. It's just like dusk in here or something. It's lovely. I might just have my lights on every day because it doesn't make it much brighter at all, but just bright enough. Like, I don't know if you can even tell. Yeah, I mean, it brightens it up. And it's still pretty overcast out right now. Normally it would be like pretty sunny right now. So anyway, I love them so very much. We have them in the hallway But let's just compare. Well, I mean, I don't know. You can see light coming through that, but that out in the hallway is like a sky scene with cherry blossom trees. And it is so bright. Like, it barely filters the light. So anyway, I love them. Thank you so much, Melissa. So exciting. Okay, let me show you my slides, and then it'll probably be about time for Scotty to be here. He's going to come around 5, and it's 4:30. It's not going to take me 30 minutes to show you these slides, but you know me. Long story long, it very well could take 30 minutes. Okay, had to get it. I was also kind of making sure there was nothing visible that was information sensitive. Doesn't look like it. Also, I got the sweetest note from a friend. I don't know exactly who it was. I have a sneaky suspicion because the handwriting is very familiar to me, but such a sweet note. It's so kind. I love it so much. If you want to read it, you can pause to read. And a little Hershey's bar with it. So I probably should eat that now. Okay, this is my welcome slide. Of course, it would be up on the smart board, super big, but I'm tired, so I'm going to sit here at my desk. Okay, first, super simple. Come in, find your hook, hang up your backpack, sit quietly at your desk and color. I have a coloring page of them. So it's a picture I made into a coloring page of them. They color themselves, and then they color their notebook cover for... These are sticky labels that go onto their composition notebooks. So there's Friday letters, math notebook, writing notebook, book club, and reading. So those are printed on label paper, and we just peel them off and stick them on their composition and spiral notebooks. So I'm showing you this stuff to try and, if you have any want for it. Now, I will say... I did not create these, and I think they were bought off Teachers Pay Teachers, so I cannot share them because we bought them, and that would not be fair to the creator. So if you want to find them on TPT, they're probably there still. I don't know for sure, though. Sorry about that, but I think it would be easy enough to recreate. Okay, after announcements, come to the carpet. Carpet expectations. Now, I will say I put a timer down here. Not a timer, but like, okay, I need to finish this slide by 8:20. That did not happen. I got to my 8:35 slide by 8:55, and then it took me the rest of the day to get through the rest of the slides. So, yeah, timing is hard, to figure out. But here's our carpet expectations. We do good things and affirmations every day, and a note to myself: don't forget attendance and lunch count. Thankfully, I did that. And then morning procedures: how to enter the classroom. What you should do, look at the board, read quietly, restrooms and water bottles, explain expectations for carpet time, supplies, how we line up, hallway behavior, and using time wisely. Our class expectations, be respectful, responsible, and ready to learn. We do a social contract. I've talked about that. It's going to be over there, that long one, social contract. The next one is the questions to ask. So the 5 questions that it says here. Let me turn it slightly. Are what are you doing? What are you supposed to be doing? Are you doing it? What's going to happen if you don't follow the social contract? And I don't remember the last question. Sorry, I'm tired. And then the consequences, which is what's going to happen. You're going to get a warning. You're going to get your name on the board. You're going to have to talk to Miss Flippo. You're going to get laps. And then behave in, behave out. Like you're either going to change your behavior and stay in class, or continue your behavior and you will be leaving class, which that could be to the principal's office. It could be to the hall, the principal's office, or home. So that is the consequences portion of that. Exploring our classroom, talk about small groups, Chromebooks, indoor recess. What do you do if you're bored? I added this year because I had the board menu. Talked about library procedures, cozy corner procedures, and flex seating procedures. Talked about our schedule and explained that it will be flexible this year. I also talked about how we're going to enter the classroom. I should have talked about that back here. I don't know where. Sorry. But you're either going to give me a high five, a fist bump, or a hug. And you're going to walk in with your hand up for a high five, a fist bump for a fist bump, and both hands out like you're going to hug me for a hug. So I know what you're wanting as you come up. And I said, I realize not everybody is a hugger, but also I realize that some days you just need a hug. So No explanation ever needed. Okay, there's our flexible schedule. It is going to be a work in progress because our special education teacher's schedule is kind of a mess this year. Not her own fault, but and so that makes ours kind of hard to work with. Class leaders, we started that this year. We have 2 class leaders. They are posted right there, those 2 shiny things. Those are the kiddos' pictures. I think I showed you all that, and below it is like, what is a leader? So I explained all of that to them and walked them through that. That's something new I did just last night. Let me bring that over too. Okay, so I created this class leaders checklist, and let me tell you, I taped this worse than I've ever taped anything in my whole life, but it is what it is. The things that the class leaders are to do and the things that they are to delegate. And then I have 2 class leaders. So one person has this clipboard, one person has the other clipboard, which is right there. And that is the check marks. If they have bad hallway behavior or bathroom behavior, the class leaders are allowed to give laps. And so the tasks they are responsible for and the tasks they can delegate. Again, I explained to them this is new, and so this is also flexible. But I could drop this in the Dropbox if it's something you would like to have. Of course, it's not editable. I could probably delete my name before I put it in there. But anyway, there's that. I'm trying not to take forever with showing you these slides, but it literally took me all day to get through them. So you can pause and read them at any time. Talked about our reading goals and how we do AR points and things like that, and how they can earn goals and rewards. What I expect their paper to look like. I explained pencil wars to them, and they got a little, I showed you guys these last night. They got one of these to put on their pencil to tell whose is whose, and I wrote their number on the back to a little better keep track of it. And then I let them ask questions. And then math, we did go and get that was something we did. We did not do this in this exact order. I definitely went back and forth based on how well they were paying attention, my attention span, how dry my throat was from talking for hours, and not hours, but it felt like it. It just gauged it like by your, case by case. And so like I was like constantly going back and forth between slides. So at some point we went and got dry erase supplies, and we did sit and do a quick little math lesson just to do something today other than just like actually talk. We did a little bit of learning. They loved it. We did not do any of this. Nothing with writing today. This is supposed to be book club time, but we did not do that. I'll blur that out, but that would have been my Epic code, the thing that's blurred right there. And so we did get our Chromebooks. We logged into them earlier in the day, but at this time we logged into Epic, used our class code, got our class set up, all that stuff. And then they sat and listened to Epic books for the next 30 minutes because we all needed a quiet time and a quiet break. And then we did not do science today. And then this is our cleanup pack up. Although it says like do end of the day jobs, there's really not end of the day jobs anymore because we have class leaders instead of end of the day stuff. And that's it. Oh my gosh, I love these light covers so much. Just turning back around, they just look so cute too. Like, I don't know how well it's coming through on the camera, but I love it. Oh, it just brings so much joy. Anyhow, so that is how I run through procedures and expectations. We will revisit some of them tomorrow, but like I said, we're doing benchmark testing. And so tomorrow is just going to be another kind of almost wing it day, just going by their body language, how they're acting, how they seem to be, absorbing or deflecting anything that I'm trying to say to them. So anyway, that's how I run my first day. I hope that helped you in some way, shape, or form. I'm sure there's other things that I did that I'm not thinking of. I'm sure I'll think of them later. And I'm sorry I didn't put them in here, or if I'm editing and I'm like, I really need to say this, I'll pop back in and say it. But yeah, that's just kind of how I run my first day. So if you have any questions, just feel free to leave them in the comment box, because I'm sure there's something that you maybe saw that were like, well, that just didn't magically happen, you know, so how did you do this, that, or the other thing, right? So please leave those in the comment box and I will be sure to address them. You know, our hallway expectations and stuff, if they're talking in the hallway, we turn around and come back and we try again and we try again and we try again until they figure it out and get it down. Now, I will say having the bathrooms down today was a bit of a, that was hard, but they are fixed now. It literally took them all day. Like they were walking out of our building as we were walking out of our building to go to the bus. So bless their hearts, the maintenance guys, but they did get us fixed up. So tomorrow will run smoother on all the accounts. And yeah, so if you think of anything or if you have suggestions on anything, please feel free to put those in. We're all teachers. That's one of the great things. I feel like there's probably some teachers that do a little bit of gatekeeping, but for the most part, like especially here in our district, we are very like open book. Like we love to share ideas with each other, and all these things I created and put in the Dropbox for you guys. I've also shared with my co-teachers and team teachers, and they are like, are you sure you don't mind sharing it so that, you know, it's something fun, special for your class? I'm like, no, like my first 2 years, you guys shared so much with me. I'm so excited to get to share stuff with you now. So if you are a gatekeeping teacher, be kind and share ideas and thoughts and stuff. And if you have that kind of team that shares stuff, I know that you know what I'm talking about. It is so lovely to share the ideas and help each other out with that kind of thing. So anyhow, I think that is going to do it for classroom setup for this school year. Remember, if you want more teacher content, make sure that you leave those comments down in the comment box so that I know that's something you want, so that I can prioritize filming it. I don't know what I would film, but if you have something specific you would be interested in me having out there, please make sure you leave that in the comment box as well. So I'm just trying to think, is there anything else? And I don't think there is. So thank y'all so much for coming along with me on this one. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Like I said, leave me messages or comments in the comment box. And of course, give me a thumbs up and like this video if you did actually like it. So thank you all so much for coming along with me on this whole classroom setup series. I love you so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.